In this demonstration today, we're going to show how it's completely impossible that the ball Earth model exists and is indeed fictitious. In this diagram, you can see two Earths. I posted one to the left, which will represent January, and one to the right, which will represent July, both 6 months apart. Now I will place a sun between these two Earths that represents the two times of year. 180-degree arc around the sun during its orbit. Now, if we look, we can divide this section into quadrants. We have quadrant 1, quadrant 2, and quadrant 3. We can then elaborate and have Earth position A and Earth position B. Earth position A in quadrant 1 and Earth position B in quadrant 3. If we post an observer in quadrant 2, in each of these examples, you will notice that observer A in the northern hemisphere will only be able to view stars in quadrant 1. And if we look at observer B in July in the northern hemisphere, he will only be able to observe stars in quadrant 3. Let's elaborate and divide up the section into further quadrants of both northern and southern stars, like so. We can now post an observer in the southern hemisphere and call him observer C for January, and we can post an observer in the southern hemisphere in July and call him observer D. In this next pic, you can see that observer A can observe quadrant 1 stars in the northern hemisphere, but he will never be able to observe stars in quadrant 3 in the northern hemisphere, nor will he be able to observe stars in quadrant 3 in the southern hemisphere from the July Earth position B. This is not because the sun is blocking out the view. This is because that side of the Earth at that time of the year will be in daylight. You can see from all 4 of these positions that it is impossible for the Earth to be going around the sun, since observers cannot see all quadrants of stars at those times of year or any time of year, because the Earth is geocentric. All stars are always visible every time of year from different parts of the Earth. If the Earth were going around the sun, like the heliocentric model suggests, you would not be able to see all the stars at all times of year from different points of Earth. Therefore, the ball Earth model is fictitious, fake, and phony, a facade, a charade, a complete farce, tomfoolery dictatum, disingenuous nonsense and poppycock. Isaac Newton and Einstein and Copernicus's models have been shown to be a streaming pile of horse manure of gargantuan astronomical proportions, and as quadrant 1 Earth position A suggests with the gold star, I have indeed nailed it. In the final example in quadrant 2, above the sun, you will notice that nothing is visible in this sector in January and July, and in fact at any time of the year, since it is always in daylight. Thank you very much for watching. For more flat Earth proofs, I will be back with another video. Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gents, this next session is for complete thickos that just don't understand basic English, basic information, and really need everything pointed out to them, step by step, because Kermit the Frog is here. Right. Now, can you see this cursor, this little thing moving? That's called a cursor. And I'm going to hover it over this here, which is a type of vegetable, which is a cabbage. And this cabbage, I want you to pretend that this is the sun. And then we'll look across here, and you'll see an orange. And you'll look across here, and you'll also see an orange. Now, if you look up to the right-hand side, which is not your left, it's your right, it's here, you will see a red light bulb, which is switched on, in case you haven't noticed. Now, if this cabbage represents the sun, and you are on this Earth here, not this Earth, because this Earth here represents July and this Earth here represents January. But at the moment I want you to look at this Earth here that represents July, because you will notice that if you are on the left side of this Earth here, the sun will be keeping you in daylight. That means that anything to the left of this cursor, which I'm moving up and down, anything on this side here, you see the cursor moving, look? Anything on this side will not be able to be visible, not because the sun is blocking it out, but because it is always in daylight. Okay? So that star, it's not a star, it's a light bulb, okay? I know you're struggling with this. It's a light bulb, which I'm pretending to be a star. So this star up here will only be visible always on the right hand side in July. Okay? Now what we find extraordinarily strange is if you go to January this side, night time, on this orange, which I'm pretending to be the Earth, just to make that clear so you understand, on this side, the left side of this particular orange, which I'm pretending to be Earth, the left side will be night time. Okay? And everything to the right of this will always be in daylight. So you will not see this star. Not because the sun is blocking it, but because it is always in daylight. Okay? So if you cannot see that star, or any other stars or anything else on this side here, whether it's south or north hemisphere, doesn't make a difference. You won't be able to see anything at all from January on this side, the same as you will not be able to see anything at all from July on the other side. Now, if we are a ball in space going around the sun, like I've demonstrated with this cabbage, using these two oranges, one posted in January, one posted in July, you should see different stars as you go round.
Ah! You're going to say, but you do see different stars when you go round.
Yes, you do. But listen carefully, because I'm not finished. You, on this point in July, whether you are in the south or the north, will see, if you could go to every location on the Earth in July, you will see that it's possible to see all the stars that we can see from Earth at any one time. The same as if you went to January, you'd be able to see in every position on the Earth, you'd be able to see all the stars. And when I say in every position from the Earth, let me clarify that for you, because I can hear those thickos in the background going,
You can't be on every position in the Earth at once.
Listen, that's not what I'm saying, you bellend. What I'm saying is all stars are visible from the Earth. Okay? Let me get that through your thick little skull, because you don't understand. This is for remedials, so the people out there that are intelligent, don't worry about this, but the remedials obviously need a step-by-step guide, because they don't understand English. Kermit the Frog is here to help. Okay? So what we've demonstrated here is that the Earth is not going around the Sun, it's impossible. The Earth's geocentric and it's stationary. Okay, this is the Idiot's Guide that proves that. If you still don't understand, I'll get Elmo on next time, and then we'll get Big Bird and we'll do a song. Thank you very much.